once again, it's time. Now here is on this episode of Para. I'm going to review Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance on the PS3. So I'm not quite a big Metal Gear fan too much. I don't really play. I haven't played any of the mainline games, like Twin Snakes or anything. But this Metal Gear Rising one is kind of cool because you can slice things up and stuff. So anyway, let's roll those fancy ass credits, or not fancy, but I call them fancy, and let's get to slicey things. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance was released in 2013 for the PS3, Xbox 360, and Windows PCs. In this story, the game follows Raiden, who was a cyborg who works for the private military company, as he battles against rival PMCs that intends to use the cyborg tech to start a new world war. It's crazy too. It's kind of a cool thing because when the story starts out, he's like in regular clothes. Like, oh wow, it's kind of cool. But then when stuff goes south, it's pretty neat. And the game's main draw is its cutting system, and oh boy, the cutting system. What's cool is you can do this mode called Blade Mode, and also what's cool is just in general. Like, I would go on this tree, and the cool things is there'd be this big massive oak tree, and so you go up to it. It's this big, massive thing. Probably been there billions of years, thousands and millions of years. You go up to it, and you can slice it to ribbons instead of like seconds. You can just slice it to ribbons, and the tree just gets demolished. Anything you can slice, almost anything in the game's world is like sliceable. You see a car, you can slice it to pieces. You see a tree, you can slice it to pieces. Anything can just slice. It's really, really cool. And I said the aforementioned Blade Mode is cool because sometimes too, when you're fighting a boss, it'll go in Blade Mode. So then you can aim precise cuts, which just does even more damage. And also it's used in the game because along the way, the first couple of levels or arenas or something, you can just slicey and you just mindless. You can just mindless slicing. But I think 2 or 3 levels in, you get the ability to gain health from your opponents. So if you get low on health, you can attack him for a bit, and then you'll see like a little box or something, and then you just slice in that box, and the health item will come out, and you press the right button, and then you can use it. And it factors into your score at the end of each battle scene. Because like every battle scene you go, it'll like let it give you a rank or a rank, and so at the end of the day, at the end of the level, you can just use those battle points to upgrade your character too, which is really, really neat. But yeah, and also, oh yeah. So basically, you're like kicking their spine because apparently, now I think of it, that's not their spine you're taking their health from. That's kind of insane. It's kind of weird too. But anyway, the combat anyway it has fluidity, it's very fast, and I like how it's very satisfying, especially for the slicing part. But there are some weapons like daggers, rocket launchers, polearms, and grenades, EMPs, and holograms. And plus, you can do also moves like sliding, jumping, wall running to evade or attack enemies. Typical stuff. And also, as I mentioned before, it does reward your awesomeness. So if you do stylish and efficient kills, and if rolls, avoiding a damage, doing what you need to do, yada 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 yada. For those of you that are fans of the Metal Gear Solid series, this game's story is about 4 years after Metal Gear Solid 4. And of course, being it a Metal Gear Solid game, albeit a more action-based game, it does explore the theme. it does explore mature themes such as war, politics, identity, and freedom, stuff like that. That typical stuff. So yeah, so there are about eight levels or 8 chapters or whatever, and of course they do have these are voiced by like really good actors. I think Phil. Oh wow, and Phil Lamar's in here. That's cool. Jennifer Hell does voice work here too. I know those people because I don't know them, but I always see their voice credits in other games. So okay, that's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. And of course, though although I do like the dialogue, it is pretty funny. It does reference, itself. It is self-referential, which is kind of cool as well. It references other pop culture stuff at the time. So it is kind of a game of its time, but it kind of makes it so timeless by doing the Metal Gear Solid references. For even it being a PS3 game, they are, as now there are better graphics out there for what it did back then is very impressive. Although the game is fairly short, as it's mainly focusing on action and you slicing things up and stuff with your sword, it plays like a beat 'em up almost, which it kind of plays akin to a beat 'em up where it's very quick, it's very quick, and then it wraps up and then it's on its way, and then you can go about your business pretty much. But though it does have a high replay value because you can see I'm playing it again. But you can unlock new weapons, costumes, and difficulties, as well as finding your hidden collectibles and secrets and yada yada yada. Of course, it has a VR training mode, it has a DLC mode, and other things. Anyway, overall, I thought I heard about this game, and it wasn't too big on the Metal Gear series because it was more stealthy, it was more don't get caught, so it didn't really appeal to me too much. But when I saw they were doing a game more akin to like a hack and slash, I thought, hey, I gotta give this game a try. And I loved it. It was a really fun game. It was really fun. I really loved it. It was pretty fun because it's just a basically straight up hack and slash with realistic like slash elements. I thought that was really fun. It was just fun to like to slash shit up and just slash like a as if I imagine there's this really big tree. Like this is a big tree you're talking about. This is like a tree like you would find somewhere that has been there for centuries. Stands the test of time, and here I am, rain, just slice, it all just crumbles down. And I thought that was funny, oh, that poor tree. And I thought that was pretty funny. So the game makes me smile as well as laugh. The game makes me laugh and smile because it's like, they make all these references. I know the Metal Gear Solid stuff, I kind of, I know most instances go right over my head, but I know they make a reference to one of the most famous memes of the thing. So I thought that was funny, and I like how when you sometimes later on in the game when you sneak into when you sneak down when you try to sneak into the space, these people think that you find this really funny disguise is they won't know who I am, but he basically just stands out like a sore thumb in a crowd, and it's really hilarious seeing how these other people react to him. So it's really really funny stuff, really good. So yeah, I would highly recommend this game if you like hack and slash games. More so if you like hack and slash games that are based in the Metal Gear Solid universe. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned to whatever I do next. Take care now.